All right, good morning, everyone. Today we will be playing Innistrad Block Supreme Phantom Draft. Now, Innistrad is by far one of my favorite sets, blocks, and planes to return to. Um, and yeah, we're going to start by just picking the two black rares that are in our initial Shadows over Innistrad pack. Um, Original Innistrad is one of my favorite favorite sets to play. I love zombies so much. It's inspired my love for zombies. I started playing Magic right around what do you call it? Avacyn Restored. Like just after Avacyn Restored released is when I started playing Magic. So, all right, we're gonna take Diregraph Captain and Evolving Wilds. Black blue zombies is definitely a thing. Those are the colors that they end up showing up in whenever we go back. So 4 mana, 1/1 zombie. When it enters the battlefield, make a 2/2 zombie creature token. And it can grant zombies Death Touch. There's also a Descend Upon the Sinful, which is an absurdly high power wrath. If you have Delirium, it's a wrath that grants you a 4/4. I love this card. It's really powerful. We probably should take it. I just don't know if that we're going to play it. Unless we start to get a lot of fixing, but we'll find out. Alright, Coax from the Blind Eternities I think is basically unplayable. Advanced Stitchwing is not bad. It is a big beater that can return from the grave. There's also a Borrowed Malevolence, which can be a powerful effect because it is versatile. Yeah, I think we take Stitchwing and Borrowed Malevolence here. Drogskull Cavalry is also another card that is really powerful. Rise from the Tides would be hilarious, but I don't think we can actually get enough instants and sorceries to make it work. I'm not getting a lot of the original Innistrad block. It's been mainly Shadows and Eldritch Moon, I think. I'm going to take Ghoulsteed, and I'm going to take Murderous Compulsion. I think those are the best. Dungeon Geists is an absurdly powerful card from Dark Ascension. This card has actually made it into cube formats where it's really good. Oops. Okay, Moto, can you stop, please? Thank you. I think I'm going to take Dungeon Geists, and I'm going to take... Sightless Ghoul seems really bad. I'm going to take Tower Geist. Tower Geist kind of can help us get back some card advantage. Man, there's a Spell Queller here. We could splash white if we get a little bit of fixing. Because like Spell Queller and Descend Upon the Sinful are both very powerful cards. Drag Under is not bad. Yeah, we're going to try taking those too. Welcome to the fold. I like it. I like it a lot. I also like Call the Bloodline a lot. Warped Landscape is technically fixing, but it's really not great. Helps turn on Delirium if you're ever playing the Shadows over Innistrad format, but other than that, it's not actually that good. So we'll take Call the Bloodline and Welcome to the Fold. I think we do take Gaia Reach Sanitarium here. I don't know what the second card we should take is. I guess I'll just take Thraben Foulbloods. So one of the big things that is in the... or that you need to be aware of in this format is all of these... Every time we go to Innistrad, it's green-white humans, black-blue zombies, black-red vampires, and then, like, blue-white spirits. Oh, man. There's usually 4, I think, that we get to see. I like Typhoid Rats. 1/1 Death Touch is good. What you doing, Delver of Secrets? Get out of here. White is our, like, tertiary potential splash color. I think I'll take Midnight Haunting, but I could have taken the Mauler there, but I didn't. Another Devil's Play. I think on Burial Rites and Travel Preparations is actually a very strong card, but I'm not in green. I guess we take Cloistered Youth. Curse of Oblivion's not playable. Stromkirk Patrol is less than good. I love Cellar Door. It's a card that I play in bad EDH decks, but... Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. It's been settled. We are splashing white. I love this Planeswalker. He's super good. Really good in tokens. There's also Chalice of Life. There's an interesting deck you can play with Chalice of Life, where you just try and gain a bunch of life and then like kill your opponent really quickly. Gather the Townsfolk is an excellent, what do you call it? Excellent token generator. So we're definitely taking Sorin, 100%. We're going to be on the lookout for fixing 4 white. I think we take the Bone Flinger, though. Alright. Eerie Interlude. Exile any number of target creatures you control and return them to the battlefield at your end step. Take Pale Rider. 2 mana 3/3 is a pretty good rate, even if you have to discard for it. And then... I guess I'll take a Survive the Night. Another Diregraph Captain. Picked a number of zombies. I do like Diregraph Captain. Increasing Devotion, if you're playing white, is an excellent card. Because it just puts so much power onto the battlefield. Beguiler of Wills strikes me as the kind of card that... it's just going to be strong regardless. Because you gain control of the cards permanently. I can't pass that. We're playing blue, so... Champion of the Parish is a really good card. Can absolutely guide whatever deck you're building. It's super strong. Just play humans, and humans are in every set, so in Supreme Draft it's a great card. Even though we're in white, we have basically no humans. Victim of Night, though, is fairly decent removal. It's less good in this format because there are a lot of vampires, werewolves, and zombies. I'm going to take Victim of Night, and I think I'm going to take Bellringer. Don't know that I'm playing Bellringer. Oh man, Garruk Relentless. I wish I was playing green. So Moorland Haunt, not bad. It's a good way to buy back, extra card advantage from your graveyard for basically free, just playing a land. I can't play too many colorless lands in this deck, though. Skiersdag High Priest is also really good. It's a human for human synergies, because black-white humans is occasionally a thing. There's also a Falconwrath Noble, which would give us our 3rd Drain Our Opponent effect off of like our Diregraph Captains and stuff. I think I'm going to take the Skiersdag High Priest and Silent Departure. Double Unsummon across the game is really good. We got a Rattle Chains. I will take a Warped Landscape because it is technically fixing, and we're getting enough cards that it's not too difficult to we're not hurting for playables is what I'm trying to say. I'm so excited about all this that I'm not... Oh man, Mikaeus Unhallowed. This card's nuts. Like, all of your non-human creatures have Undying. Whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it, and it's a 6-mana 5/5 Intimidate. I'm gonna take Mikaeus. And I'm gonna take Evolving Wilds. Man. Oh, jeez. Okay, well... Descend upon the Sinful... I think we're splashing for just Spell Queller and Sorin, which means we really only need to be playing the Evolving Wilds. The rest of our deck is blue-black. We're basically just blue-black zombies. Let's group creatures separately and see what we're dealing with here. Borrowed Malevolence is slightly worse than usual. I like Called Bloodline because it makes lifelinking vampire tokens, which synergizes really well with Sorin. Sorin makes lifelinking vampire tokens and starts permanently pumping all of your creatures and such. This is also a good madness outlet. We have several cards that are pretty decent. They have Madness. Burial Rites is pretty sweet, especially because we have some larger creatures and ways to get them into the grave. It's also in the colors we're splashing. I think I'm going to keep it just because it's good. I don't have quite as many zombies as I want, which is really sad, because that's what I was going for, if anybody could tell. Yeah, I need to cut a 5-drop. I'm going to cut Ghoulsteed. Alright, we drafted a zombie deck. He says, running minimum zombies. Alright, we're going to cut an island, we're going to cut a swamp, we're going to run 2 Evolving Wilds. I could play Warped Landscape as well, but I feel like this is good. Alright, see you guys in round 1. Alright. I'd love to play first. We drew all of our top end, but we have some delay and a cantrip. I'm going to keep this. I don't know what that noise was an indication of. Did they change the sound effects on me again? Alright, start swamp, pass the turn. Okay, opponent's first turn. They play a plains. We draw an island, play an island. Basically, just in case we draw our plains for Spell Queller, we want to have blue mana on the board. Okay, put a plays a Sigardian Priest. Draw Thraben Foulbloods. Well, play the creature. Pass the turn. Alright, we untap. Draw Evolving Wilds, go to combat. Opponent taps the Foulbloods. Play Evolving Wilds, and drag under. Sweet, we draw on Burial Rites. We're going to hide the fact that we have white mana in this deck for a moment here. Okay, put a replays Sigardian Priest. Alright, fetch up a white source. Untap. We draw a Pale Rider. So, Silent Departure, Unsummoned Priest. Play Pale Rider. We're going to discard on Burial Rites. I could have discarded Mikaeus there, because we have an Unburial Rites, but I kind of just want to cast him. Alright, opponent plays a forest. That is their third land. Opponent plays a Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Okay. We could flashback Silent Departure and get in for 6. Yeah, let's do that. Play a little bit of a tempo game here. Because if we can play Mikaeus Unhallowed after this, like if we just draw an untapped land, Mikaeus is so good. Alright, opponent plays a forest. Replays Thalia. We untap. We draw a Diregraph Captain. We can either play the Captain... Let's just hold up Spell Queller this turn. So no attacks, because they have first strike. Okay, opponent plays a Sigardian Priest, so Spell Quell it. Opponent plays a True Faith Censor. So, another human equipment type thing. Play Diregraph Captain. Go to combat. Attack for a lot. Opponent can block down the Thraben Foulbloods if they'd like. If they equip Thalia, though, Pale Rider becomes unblockable. So opponent loses a life due to Diregraph Captain, takes damage, goes to 5. Then we'll play Typhoid Rats. Pass the turn. And we didn't even have to show them a rare and a mythic we're holding. Ugh, feels dirty. I think we got him this game. Opponent Angelic Purge to exile Spell Queller. This gives them an additional blocker, sure. They sacked True Faith Censor, okay. We draw a Beguiler of Wills. So play Voldaren Pariah. Pass the turn. Okay, if my opponent has removal, we can just flip Voldaren Pariah and win the game. Or, I mean, if they just have another creature that they play out to block, we just flip Voldaren Pariah at their end step. They drain, and then we have a giant flyer, and they sack all their guys, and just in general have a bad time. Oh, man. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Is it worth it to flip? I guess let's see what they do. It might still be worth it, just to get rid of their big first striker. I guess if we draw a land, we can play Mikaeus and just get everything back with Undying. Oh, man. I'm not apologizing. Oh, no! Oh, opponent. The Undead Hordes is gonna get you today. Yeah, sure. We'll just sack this, and this, and this. Yep, Undying. Yep, nice. Opponent would have had to sack their whole board. Ours comes back stronger. That was fantastic. Yeah, let's run it back. I think we can do better. Yeah, we can definitely do better than this. We need more than that much land. Okay, cool. This will work. I'm going to put back Evolving Wilds and an Eye. We have all 3 colors of our mana. Okay, opponent starts playing. We draw a Corpse Trawler, play a Swamp. We just draw lands, we have a good curve, basically. Okay, we draw Pale Rider. I kind of like Pale Rider more than Call the Bloodline here, so I'm actually going to get rid of Call the Bloodline. Okay, opponent plays a Forest and a True Faith Sensor. Play a Swamp, go to combat. Attack for 3. Hit our opponent to 17. Opponent just passed through their whole turn. Draw Evolving Wilds, play a Plains, go to combat. Attack for 3, take our opponent to 14. Play the Corpse Trawler, get a zombie token, pass the turn. And if we draw an untapped land and my opponent plays something with 2 or less toughness, we just Bone Fling it. Alright, opponent can't do anything. We draw Beguiler of Wills, so we're going to go ahead and just fetch up a blue source. Go to combat, attack for 6, and I'm pretty sure this game is locked up. Opponent plays a Thalia, which will die to a Bone Flinger. We could Victim of Night it, but no need. Attack for 6, and next turn we should have it. Yeah, because even the only Wrath that exists, like, one of the only Wraths that exist at 4 mana in the Innistrad block is Divine Reckoning, and that lets each player have 1 creature, so we would just keep a creature large enough to kill our opponent. Alright, starting off strong. Alright, round 2, here we go. Phyrexian Senpai. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can pitch Unburial Rites to Pale Rider. Alright, start Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Opponent is playing red. So they could be like Burning Vengeance or Werewolves. Werewolves! That's the other one I forgot. Werewolves. Red-green Werewolves. Fetch and get a Plains. Untap. Play a Swamp. Pitch Unburial Rites. Pass the turn. Dark Salvation is one of my favorite cards of all time, by the way. It's like if you have a bunch of zombies, it's just 1 mana, like 1 mana kill something. But it also can make a bunch of zombies, potentially. It's a really, really good card in most limited formats it shows up in. I.e. this one and Eldritch Moon. I think the only 2 limited formats it's legal in. I would play it in Chaos Draft too, obviously. Oh man. Look at how good it is right here. So play a Swamp, Dark Salvation. Target player makes a zombie and kills my opponent's werewolf. Werewolves is probably one of the worst tribes you could play in this combined format because the best werewolves and werewolf support is in original Innistrad Dark Ascension. If I recall, there's not that much in Avacyn Restored, and in Eldritch Moon and Shadows over Innistrad, they changed how werewolves work. There are some in those formats, but I think the better ones are in the original format. Whereas the humans are pretty strong throughout, and the zombies are pretty strong throughout, and the spirits are approximately the same power level throughout. So, oh, okay, some vampires. We draw a Swamp, play Evolving Wilds, play Thraben Foulbloods, go to combat. Attack for 3, it has Skulk, so they can't block. They take 3 and go to 14. They untap, they play a Swamp, and a Farfog Bonefair. Farbog. Why did I say Farfog? Alright, they kill the Foulbloods, that's fine. They go to combat, they attack for 4, no blocks, take 4, fetch up an island, untap, draw Murderous Compulsion, play an island, go to combat. We will attack for 5. Okay, opponent trades, perfect. And we are just going to Murderous Compulsion our opponent's creature. Pass the turn. Opponent probably flashes back Faithless Looting if I have nothing here. Alright, they got something big. Spider Spawning! Oh, I love Spider Spawning. You can draft a deck entirely around this card. Skiersdag High Priest is fun. So, play a Swamp. Play High Priest. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. My goodness, I cannot speak. And basically top decking any of our top end cards here is fantastic. Like we get Mikaeus, excellent. We get Beguiler of Wills, also awesome. Just mind control every turn. Opponent plays a Warped Landscape. They play a Scorned Villager, one of the rare 2-mana mana dorks that creates 2 mana. We untap, we draw, call the Bloodline, play Call the Bloodline, pass the turn. Okay, opponent cracks Warped Landscape, gets a forest. They untap. Flashback Faithless Looting, sure. They discard Terrarion and a forest. They play a swamp and a backwoods survivalist. Okay, it's a 5/4 with trample because my opponent has 4 card types in the grave. So, call the Bloodlines, discard an island, make a Vampire Knight with lifelink, untap, draw an island. Right, I think at this point we are going to reanimate Thraben Foulbloods, because this will allow us to start making demons if anything dies, which is fantastic. I mean, other than Skir's Dag High Priest, of course. Okay. Opponent plays a mountain, I think. No, they played a forest. They play Galvanic Juggernaut. 4 mana 5/5 that must attack each combat, that only untaps when another creature dies. My opponent is Hellbent. No attacks. Make a vampire. Untap. We draw. Victim of Night. Okay. Alright, go to combat. Attack for 3. Opponent, if they want to kill it, has to block with like 2 spiders and Scorned Villager, or 3 spiders. Okay, spiders are indeed non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creatures. So kill a spider. Okay, they can untap the Juggernaut. Kill a spider. Untap the Juggernaut. Activate Morbid. Make a 5/5 demon creature token with flying. That's pretty good. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks for 10. No blocks. We go to 6. Alright, opponent has something they can play. Is it spider spawning? It is spider spawning. Alright, we untap, we draw. Drew now, Corpse Trawler. So play the Corpse Trawler. Make a zombie token. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Okay. No blocks for our opponent. They go to 6. Pass turn. Opponent untaps and draws. Okay. Opponent goes to combat and passes. We untap. Opponent flips Scorned Villager into Moonscarred Werewolf. We draw Diregraph Captain. Is it worth it to play the Captain? I mean, if we play the Captain and we swing out, opponent can chump a bunch of things. It'll probably just die. Alright, well, let's go to combat and just attack with the demon first. Okay, opponent chumps with a spider. They untap Galvanic Juggernaut. Play Diregraph Captain. And we'll go ahead and make a demon. Skir's Dag High Priest is so freaking broken. Oh my gosh. And like, when you have persistent sack outlets, like if you have a Bloodthrone Vampire, or you have a, you know, oh freaking, there's several of them that are just like persistent sack outlets. With Skir's Dag High Priest, you just like make an army of demons. It's so powerful. Alright, run it back. No adjustments. I don't think any are necessary. Alright. Can't keep that. Mulligan. This one... Yeah, I'm willing to try this one. Sorry, Micaeus. Next time. I mean, we're going to shuffle him into the deck, so there's actually a chance we do draw him, but... Okay. Island is perfect. Start swamp. Pass the turn. Draw Dark Salvation. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. We are going to fetch our plains. They play a mountain, it looks like. Fetch up a plains. Untap. Play an island. Play Thraben Foulbloods. Pass the turn. So Dark Salvation is what we want to cast on 5, because that way we make 2 zombies and we can kill something that's really big. Opponent plays a forest. And they play a Mad Prophet. 2/2 Rummager with haste for 4. Draw Call the Bloodline, play a swamp. Play Diregraph Captain. And attack for 4. Okay, opponent takes 4. Opponent Incendiary Flow to exile the captain. How rude. He was doing captain-y things. Play a swamp. Play Diregraph Captain. Go to combat. Attack for 4. Opponent rummages away an Alchemist's Greeting. So they deal 4 damage to the Diregraph Captain. They only take 3 this way. Surprised they didn't set up to block to kill this one too, but... Play Call the Bloodline. Pass the turn. They do have all the colors of their mana. They're gonna Bone Flinger. Come on, man! Can't you see I'm trying to make some zombies here? They attack us for 2. Take 2. Alright, we untap. We draw Spell Queller. Is it better to hold up Spell Queller or to just Dark Salvation and kill the Prophet now? Probably the Prophet. Okay, make 2 zombies, kill the Prophet. Such a good card. So powerful. Pass the turn. We can even Unburial Rights the Captain back. Okay, opponent attacks for 2, no blocks. One of the keywords you gotta be aware of is Morbid. So stuff dying matters a lot. They deadweight a token. Okay. We draw a Corpse Trawler. Yeah, we'll play the Corpse Trawler this turn. We're going to attack first, though. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Okay. No blocks for our opponent. They take 2. Play the Trawler. Make a zombie. And pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Goes to combat. Attacks for 2. No blocks. Gustav Shepherd. Okay. We untap. We draw island. Play an island. Unburial Rights. Diregraph Captain. Pump the team. Go to combat. Opponent concedes. Wow. Wow. Alright. See you guys in round 3. Alright, round 3. Here we go. You know what? Sure. Bit of a slow hand, but at the same time, we've got a Beguiler of Wills and a number of creatures, I suppose. Skiersdag High Priest is also fun. So start Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent is blue-green. Gustav Shepherd, eh? We draw Dark Salvation. Play an island. Play Skiersdag High Priest. Pass the turn. It's just a 3/3 with Intimidate when it flips, okay? No blocks, we'll take 2. And they play a Stormbound Geist. Does this one have Undying? It does. Can only block flying creatures. We draw Unburial Rights. Play a Swamp. Play Call the Bloodline. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Forest. Goes to combat. Attacks for 4. Sure, no blocks. Go to 14. Soul Swallower. Well, thankfully they do not have Delirium. So we're going to pitch on Burial Rights because we don't need it anytime soon. Untap. We draw Voldaran Pariah. Play an island. We can make a demon this turn, but it involves killing one of our own knights. It's probably worth it, though. So pay a black mana, pitch a Stitched Wing, get a token. Then we have to Dark Salvation one of our own tokens to do this. We could just let them attack, right? But that would involve us pitching 2 creatures. I don't think that's worth it. I actually think we Dark Salvation ourselves. Alright, so Dark Salvation, target ourself, target this Vampire Knight, make a zombie, kill a vampire, then we make a demon, while getting to keep Beguiler of Wills and Voldaran Pariah, both of which are absurdly powerful versus our opponent's board if we draw land. Okay, opponent plays a forest. Preys upon the High Priest. Well, I'm glad we did what we did and when we did it. We draw Silent Departure. We could Silent Departure the flyer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that just to get in damage. We could also Silent Departure the Soul Swallower, which makes them use more mana to replay it. I'm actually gonna do that. We can trade a zombie for a Gustav Shepherd if they want to block. So go to combat, attack. I really wish we had another black mana, but we want to. We want our opponent to block with the Undying Stormbound Geist, because if we can get another swamp, we can play Voldaren Pariah, sack basically our whole board, they'll sack their entire board, and then we'll come out so far ahead in that exchange, it's ridiculous. But we really just need another land. If my opponent is splashing black and has like a Mind Rod or some crazy way to make us discard, we can just make a Stitchwing in response. Alright, they got an Ambush Viper. They untap. They play a forest. Go to combat. Attack for 4. Yeah, that's fine. No blocks. Okay, we go to 10. Imagine they just replay Soul Swallower. Yep. Okay. Alright, we untap. Come on, land. Swamp, preferably. Island works. Play an island. Do we stay on the defensive for a turn? I think we do. Play Beguiler of Wills. This is going to be so dirty. If we draw a swamp, it's going to be game over. Because we're going to pitch this Voldaren Pariah using a blue mana, cast it for its madness cost, sack the token we create and our other tokens we don't, and one of our opponent's creatures that we took control of, their best one, and then make them sack the rest of their board, and it's going to be so absurd. Pass the turn. Opponent only has one card in hand, too. I mean, we don't even need to have a swamp. It just makes it slightly easier to do, like, the optimum line, right? Okay, opponent goes to combat. No attacks. Alright, we untap. Gustav Shepherd flips. We draw Drag Under. Power less than or equal to the number of creatures you control. Take Soul Swallower. Nice. Oh, man. Alright. Go to combat. Get in for 5. Repeatable mind control on a stick. Nobody asked for this. And our opponent for 5, they go to 8. We're going to go ahead and cast Voldaren Pariah. You know, just in case the worst happens, we're going to make them sack their whole board. Oh, man. Oh, man, it's so dirty. Oh, man, opponent gets wrecked. All right, cool. No adjustments, game 2. This hand has a lot of potential. I'm going to keep. We do need to draw some lands. Okay, we draw a Drag Under, play a swamp, pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest and a Strangleroot Geist. Draw an Evolving Wilds, play an Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Gonna fetch up our plains with it. We could have played an island and called the Bloodline this turn, but that was probably better because we weren't playing something on 3 necessarily. Uninvited Guest. Get a plains. So this creature is quite terrible. Quite terrible for us, I mean, because it turns into a 3/3 that can't be blocked. Holy crap, the lag. Alright, we untap. Draw a swamp. Play an island. We can either call the Bloodline and make a blocker for our upcoming Sorin, or we can drag under the Uninvited Guest. I kind of like that, because if we draw another blue source, we can take the Uninvited Guest. Okay, we get a Pale Rider. Pass the turn. When it replays Uninvited Guest, gets in for 2. We go to 14. Untap. Draw on Burial Rites. Play a swamp. Play Call the Bloodline. Pass the turn. So we're going to be pitching on Burial Rites and Thraben Foulbloods to call the Bloodline here. Opponent plays an Ulvenwald Mysteries. Okay. They go to combat. They attack for 4. Pitch on Burial Rites, make a vampire. Only once each turn! I meant to do that on my turn then. Oh no. Alright, take the damage. Uninvited Guest flips. That's a big deal. I remember that card being way better than it actually is. Alright, play a swamp. So we'll play Pale Rider, pitching Foul Bloods. I think I just threw this game. Alright, one sec. Okay. So we'll discard Thraben Foul Bloods. I guess we should discard Diregraph Captain, actually. But, alright. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Gaining life here is going to be important. Do we make a life-linking token? No, I think we play out the Foul Bloods. Really need to draw an island off the top. That lets us deal with this uninvited guest. Okay, opponent gets in for 3, that's fine. We go to 8. Opponent plays a Lambholt Elder. We untap and draw an island, so call the Bloodlines, discard Welcome to the Fold. Welcome to the Fold, gain control of uninvited guest. Okay, pass the turn. Then we're going to play Sorin, downtick, and attack. Alright, opponent flips Lambholt Elder. We draw a Swamp. Play Sorin. Downtick Sorin. Go to combat. Attack for 4, can't be blocked. Opponent goes to 15, pass the turn. We'll make a token on their turn. We don't need any more land, I don't think. Opponent flashes into Rattle Chains. Alright, Sorin probably gonna die. Opponent plays a forest, goes to combat. Attacks Sorin. Sorin down. Thraben Foulbloods gains Delirium. Gains, what's it called? Menace through Delirium. Opponent plays a Lambholt Pacifist. And a Gustav Shepherd. So they played 2 spells this turn, meaning that they are going to flip their Silver Pelt Werewolf back into a Lambholt Elder, which is significantly worse for them. We draw a Farfog Boneflinger, Farbog, which we can use to kill the Lambholt Elder, and then just like swing out a ton. Yeah, let's do that. Kill Lambholt Elder. They get to investigate, go to combat, swing for the fences. We're going to be gaining 6 life here. Okay, opponent blocks, blocks, and blocks. We gain 6, trigger Undying on Strangleroot, and kill a Gustav Shepherd. Our opponent takes 13 damage. Whoo, that's awesome. Alright, they go to 2, we're up to 14. Lots of triggers. Pass the turn. And now this creature with Unblockable kills them unless they kill us, or kill it. Okay, they crack a clue, get a soldier, draw a card. Gotta have an answer for, woo! First try! Trophy! Alright. Let's go ahead and open up our treasure chest and see what we get. 25 play points and a Stone Coil Serpent, which I think might be worth something. Stone Coil Serpent is worth 4 tickets, so we definitely beat the average this time around. Alright, let me know if you guys want to see more of this. I'm definitely playing more of it, that's for sure. I really enjoy Innistrad and all of the things, all the formats they could come up with it. I'm very happy they did Supreme Draft. Love me some zombies. Favorite zombie, or favorite tribe in Magic is zombies, so. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. And remember, you can follow me on Twitch, same username on there as you find me on here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. You're all wonderful human beings, and thanks for the support. We're very rapidly approaching 500 subscribers, which means we're halfway to our goal. Super stoked about that. You're all wonderful human beings. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!